Y'all didn't tell me that the mic was on. Come on, come on. Back in business, the NFL is expanding. It is growing. The network, what is it? National Football League. It's taking off into the stratosphere. It's going further than I think even they understand. I don't even think the NFL understands how far up they're going. What do you think? Because if I'm being honest, let's talk about soccer, right? Think about how productive soccer is internationally. Come on, think about it. Europe, Africa, all the continents have soccer. Football is soccer in most of these countries. Think about what poor child who finds a ball, a soccer ball, says, you know what? I want to do something with my life. Let me play soccer. That's how relevant soccer is, right? I mean, it's hard for you not to notice the elephant in the room. It's really difficult for you not to see how relevant soccer really is. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about it a little bit. Come on in, join the stream, talking about the NFL, former player. Let a few more people get in. So we can talk about what this is. What is football, Americano football, doing over in Brazil, over in Europe, over in parts of Africa? What is happening? I believe that something is about to take off. That there's going to be something new, something fresh that we can all get excited about. We can all get excited about. I got an article. I'm going to read this article. Y'all let me know what you think about it. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to talk about this article. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about it. Aha. All right. Sao Paulo, Brazil, to host a regular season game during 2024 NFL season. That's this year, y'all. This year, the NFL is going to Brazil. Says Dallas, the NFL, which already plays games each year in the United Kingdom and Germany. So this whole international deal has been happening for a minute. I'm sure y'all probably know that. Will head to a new continent in 2024 with a regular season game to be played in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Now, first off, just to give y'all context, that is my wife's hometown. My wife's from Sao Paulo, Brazil. So this is like, I just got married 2 years ago. So hearing this is like, wow, that's pretty cool. It just, I'm a God kind of guy. The way that I see things is God is like ordering stuff up. And I just feel that way about the NFL. That's why he brought me in the NFL. That's why I retired from it 2 years ago. So let me keep reading this article. Hold on. So it says, that's my daughter. The date and time of the game and the team that will play it will yet be announced. So we know that Philadelphia is going to be one of the teams that's going to play in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Okay. Sao Paulo was chosen over Madrid, Spain, although Peter O'Reilly, the chief executive vice president of the club business, international and league event, said Madrid could host a game as soon as 2025. So they're doing stuff. They're making stuff happen in all of these hot spots where there's so much relevance for sports. And let me tell y'all something personally. I've had experience with Brazilians in Brazil. They love the NFL. They love it. They can't get enough of it. In fact, they they want to like be here and go to the games. So thank God they get an opportunity to have the game come to them. All right, let me keep reading. The good news is both are really valuable and interested in hosting games, O'Reilly told NFL.com. Pending having the opportunity to play in Madrid and Brazil in the future, we will be excited to do that. The reason we went first with Brazil really ties, check this out, it really ties to going to a new continent for the first time, into South America for the first time for the regular season. This is the first time the NFL is going to South America. It, what? Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for them. I played in Mexico, Mexico City. That's Central America, not quite South America. And we played the Raiders that year, the Oakland Raiders. Y'all, that was an experience of a lifetime. I kid you not. It was louder there than most of the games that I played in college. College games are louder than NFL games. I'm gonna just be real. When you get into Oregon Stadium and you start hearing the vibration when it's third down from everybody just screaming to the top of their lungs, that's when you know that the football is at its peak. You hear me? So here you got the NFL going to Brazil. We played in Mexico City against the Raiders, and during that time, it was like the air was thick. You know what I'm saying? The air, it was really difficult to breathe. But I just remember how passionate the fans were. So I'm excited to see how Brazil is because my wife's Brazilian. They love sports. The fact that they're going to Brazil, it's a pretty clear sign that the NFL knows how to reach the right fan base. They get it. They get the big picture. Let me keep reading. It says, the 2024 Brazilian game is likely just the start of the NFL's play in more international cities. Owner on Wednesday passed a resolution that compels each team to play an international game every 4 years. So they don't have no choice. NFL teams don't have a choice. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Owners on Wednesday passed a resolution that compels each team to play an international game every 4 years, meaning the NFL could schedule as many as 8 international games starting with the 2025 season. So you mean to tell me that my former team, the Texans, or the Detroit Lions, or the Denver Broncos, will be playing somewhere in another country? Why is that so significant for us? This is how I feel about culture. I feel that culture has a way of bringing the world together. If you take a Latin culture, if you take a European culture, if you take our culture here in the United States, and you find a space to play football, I guarantee you'll learn something new about another culture. The level of exposure that will come from United States going to Brazil, just the television advertisements alone will help you to see, like, man, Brazil's somewhere I'm interested in actually going to visit. Even more so than just it's tropical and the weather's nice. You actually will be able to kind of get a glimpse into the people's culture. That's what I'm so excited about. It's just like me playing in Houston. When I was in Houston, it was a melting pot of Latin culture, African Americans, white, all of it. Everybody was invited in Houston. So when they came out to the games, you had so many different types of fans. Like they had different names for the Texans. Those Texans. It just the list goes on of fan base that will be built around this. And to me, check this out. Socially, like from social economic standpoint, I believe if the NFL does it right, they could actually bring wealth to the country of Brazil. Y'all don't know if y'all know this, but in Brazil, there's a big disparity between the rich and the poor. The rich is like the 10%. The poor is like it's not like the United States where it's middle lower class. It's like poor. There's you can clearly see the difference in steps between them. So I believe that if the NFL, if they go in and do it right, that they can bring some they can bring some togetherness in the social economic structure of Brazil. That's just the way I see it. It's the same way in Houston. If you could do it right with the right rhythm, like Houston, the rich, the poor, the middle class, everybody's invited to this one place. If you can do it right, you'll make a difference. Let's keep reading. The Brazil game will probably be played in one of the NFL's primetime windows or at 4:25 p.m. Eastern as a part of a doubleheader. In the early part of the NFL season, Sao Paulo is 1 hour ahead of the Eastern time, which is easy. In the latter part of the schedule, it's 2 hours ahead, which means that unlike the game played in Europe, Brazil game could be played as part of the 9:30 a.m. window that the NFL is also hoping to expand in coming years. So the NFL is building their brand. They get it. It's just like here on YouTube. If I connect with you in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night, if I do that enough times, I'm going to reach more people. Same with the NFL. They're going to give y'all 9:30 a.m. games. Internationally, you can watch on Sunday an international game in Brazil with your favorite player. Think about who I almost said Russell Wilson. Think he's one of my favorites. But think about Joe Burrow playing over in Madrid at 9 a.m. on Sunday, and then you still got 12 o'clock games to watch. You got the 7 o'clock. You got 3 games on Sunday to watch. Sounds like a win to me. For anybody who's a fan of football, that sounds like a win. So I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm gonna tell you at the very end of this, I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I'm excited. The honest to goodness reason why I'm most excited. Sorry, my daughter's here. I had to make sure she's good. Um, just me personally though. Me personally, why I'm excited. Okay. So it says Brazil has been on the NFL's radar for a while. The league counts 38 million fans in Brazil. Do you hear me? 38. I don't even know how many we got here in the United States. Brazil is a big country. Brazil is a big country. And so the fact that they have 38 million fans, and you're not even talking about people in the favelas. I don't know if y'all know anything about favelas, but it's those houses that the poor people build, and they build it because they got pushed out of certain areas. The government wasn't gonna help them, so they made do with what they had. It's a lot of crime in those areas. I've been the one like on the outskirts of it. I didn't go into the heart of it, but I've been the one, and it's rough, man. It's rough. If you ever get a chance to go to Brazil, and you can take a tour to go and experience all the culture, do it. Don't hesitate. You will find that Brazil is rich with people who really genuinely love to love. It doesn't matter where you are, rich, poor, or just in a really bad situation. They're good people, really good people. So let me see. The NFL also has a strong social media presence, but yeah, 38 million fans are in Brazil. But they're not even calculating. They didn't do a census about people in the favelas. They didn't even consider that. They get TV just as well as anybody else. You got to remember, Brazil is a third world country. So the government is like 37 years old. This new government, this new kind of democracy that they've created, kind of to reflect the United States. This is 37 years old. So it's new, and they haven't gotten through all of Brazil. It's a lot of wilderness, a lot of tropical area, everything. It's crazy. Okay, let me keep reading. So 38 million fans in Brazil. Like a Super Bowl watch party, it hosted and broadcast of the Super Bowl and playoff games over free television. So the NFL is doing their thing. The NFL also has a strong social media presence in Brazil. I don't know if y'all know anything about Brazil, but even though it's a third world country, they've given access, the government, they want the people to use social media. So they've got like the most towers available so that Wi-Fi and internet access can be given in all the areas of Brazil, because they really want to use that as a way to build up the economic system. It helps. Okay, let me keep going. So we got the stadium. So now we're going to talk about São Paulo Stadium. Check this out. São Paulo is the most populous city in Brazil and a commercial capital. We're talking about the NFL in Brazil and São Paulo. Okay, São Paulo has an NFL suitable stadium in Corinthians Arena. Now my wife hates the Corinthians. She can't stand the Corinthians. I'm sorry, not she. We both are. What is the name of them? She's gonna be mad at me. She's gonna be mad at me. It'll come back to me. What are we? Dang, I forgot the name of my wife's hometown team. It'll come back to me. I remember. So they're gonna play at the Corinthians Arena. The NFL is. The stadium was completed in 2014. It's a new stadium, and it seats about 49,000 people. What I love about that is it gives Brazilians the opportunity to enjoy good football. 49,000 people get to go to the game and enjoy some good football, and they get exposure. What I love about the NFL is that as far as the fan base, they really try to put the fan base in front. Why? Because the fan base is going to bring them profit. That's just the reality of it. What I also love is that they don't truly know how crazy Brazilians are for football until this game in 2024. They don't realize it. Let me keep reading. So Corinthians Arena has already hosted historic events. 6 matches, including the opener, were played there during the 2014 FIFA Men's World Cup. And it also hosted soccer matches as a part of the 2016 blah, 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 blah. O'Reilly said Rio could be in the mix to host an NFL game in the future. So, hey, let's think about your favorite team. I don't know who you are, but your favorite team is potentially going to be playing in Rio next year or in the next 2 years. Would you consider going? I know I would. I know I would. Let me keep reading. The expanded inventory of international games means the NFL can continue playing 2 games at Tottenham, have games in Germany and Brazil, resume playing in Mexico City. So I think that the year that we played was the last, maybe it was the Jaguars, but the year that we played might have been the last year that one of the last years that Mexico City was available, which is crazy to me because that place was bumping. You hear me? Like, the loudest fan base is in Mexico. I think they got us beat in the United States, like as far as like how much they really love sports. I think they got us beat, to be honest. I think we kind of bougie. People from the United States is kind of bougie. We used to this. We done had football for the last 100 years. People who want freedom, they want to watch football. It's because it's a lavish sport. I'm gonna just say personally, a good helmet costs about $1,000. Okay, shoulder pads about $250, $300. If you get them revolutionaries where you can kind of see your shoulder a little bit more, let's say 500 bones. You got the shoulder pad, you got the girdle, you got the cleats. Cleats are about 100. $100, gloves, all that other stuff. You looking and dropping for 90 guys on a team, you're probably spending about $3 grand in just equipment alone, just football equipment. Football is a luxurious sport. It is not for the poor, and that's what I love about the NFL going to Brazil. Is because we're gonna bring reality to you, and my hope is that the NFL will do more with the community than they actually do trying to take the poor people's money. I'm gonna be that to me would really bother me if nothing came out of Brazil receiving money from the United States, from the NFL, excuse me, from the NFL to develop the sport, to grow the sport in Brazil. The NFL should be sending out shoulder pads, helmets, everything, because the truth is, I've been to Brazil 3 times now. I'm going back in May for some football clinics. The truth is, Brazilian men, they measure up just the same just the same as we do. Like, from measurables, all they need is just to learn how to play the game. If they do that, they could easily take over in the NFL. If they actually get real coaching, real teaching, very easily can they come over and get some of this money so that they can bring it back to their country. I'm gonna be honest, that's the reason why I'm so invested in this, because I believe that football can change the social status. My daughter's not feeling well, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. But I just want y'all to know, she's not feeling well. I just want y'all to know that the fact that the NFL is going to Brazil is a great sign for prosperity for Brazil. If the NFL does it right, and if they impact the community, if they bring goods and wealth to the community, I believe it's something that can really help feed all of America. South America, Central America, North America. I believe this whole area can flourish. I don't know if it's a continent, but I believe this whole area can flourish. These nations should be able to come together and make something special happen for those who are poor, who don't have anything, who have minimal opportunities. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna cut this short, but that's what I got. Uh, I could have ran a little bit more, but I gotta take care of the little lady. So yeah. All right, y'all. NFL's going to your country. Tune in. Check it out. Peace. Turn this off.